Greetings, hello, and welcome everyone. My name is Crow, and today we are actually going to do the title of the stream, I promise. So, for today's stream, we have a bit of a plan. We're gonna enter into the actual process that I've been using to improve, in which we're going to do a warm-up with some dodge game. We're then going to do combo practice. We're then going to do some exploration to find some new things, such as finding some spots where we can use our abilities through walls, and some extra warding spots for things like side laning. And then we're going to go into ranked and practice a specific habit that I'm going to use to improve. And then we're going to review to see whether or not we performed that habit well. So that is the plan for today's stream. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. But today is that actual stream. I'm going to be changing the music in just a brief moment, as it is quite loud. So my apologies for that. It's loud for me, I don't think it's loud for you guys. There we go. I think that should suit everyone better. Just get that in the background. I'm using Monster Cat's music today, if you're wondering. Their chill playlist. Thank you so much, Noncord, for the recommendation. Really, really appreciate it. And before we dive into this dedicated practice, we're going to do two things. One is I need to send out my stream link to people, so that way they actually have it. And make sure that the stream is going well. A Crow stream, yes. Yes, indeed. I was literally just about to post the link in places. You have great timing. Okay. Let's see here. YouTube streams are quite difficult. There we go. I'll repeat the plan in just a brief moment. Okay, good. My automatic links aren't working, but that's okay. So just gonna take the time to post things. But it's good to see you, Ice. So glad that you're here, joining me on this little adventure. So the plan is we are going to go through a bit of a dedicated practice today. We're going to do a warm-up with LOL Dodge Game. We're then going to do some combo practice with Syndra, where I practice two specific combos. We're going to do some exploration, where I find certain spots where I can use my QE a little bit easier around the Dragon Pit. We're going to find some warding spots for the side lane. And then we're going to actually go into ranked, practice some warding and leaning. And then we're going to review those games to see exactly if I've improved or not. So this is finally matching the title of the stream, where I actually practice the process of getting better at League of Legends. Alright. The plan is done. My links have been sent. Give me just a brief moment, and I will be able to pull up the little dodge game. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, when did this change? Did this site get bought? Oh, no. I'll show you guys what I'm seeing. Oh, shit. I think the site got bought. But this looks entirely different. Oh, I liked it better when it was just a cheap-ass browser game. Dodge? Is this the same game? It looks roughly the same. Uh-oh. Things are breaking already. I don't know what the difference between these is. This is all different. Okay, this is the same. Okay, this is not the same. I mean, it's harder, which is kind of nice. So, there's certain abilities that you can use, like flash and everything. But as far as this training goes, we're not going to use them. This is way harder, and I kind of like it. So how have you been doing, Ice? Everything good? Oh, got trapped on a wall. So, the reason behind this practice, you're supposed to click near your character as much as possible, increase your APM, increase your click accuracy, and dodge things. But also, this is not the same game I'm used to. Let's see if we can find the actual one, because you're also supposed to be queuing certain things. So, I'm going to say leave skill shots. Hopefully this is the right one. Because the just dodging is nice, but it's not... Okay, skill shot plus dodge. Alright, this is the game mode I'm used to. Skill shot plus dodge. On hard mode. Oh no, I missed. Shoot. I had some annoying back pain. Aw. I hope it gets better, Ice. I really, really do. That always sucks. Never had to land stuff while dodging? Yeah, that's the thing I really like about this one, is that it doesn't just force you to dodge, but you also have to land skill shots, which is more realistic to the actual game. Oof, that was actually... It was starting to get good. To make runs consistent? What do you mean? Oh, we're getting up there. My chat not working? Okay, I'll do this one and one more, and then we're moving it. Moving on to the combo practice. One more. Alright. So that was our little warm-up. Nice and easy does the trick. Okay. Next. Combo. You read that line out of context, but 3 lives instead of 1. Yeah. Make the runs more consistent. I would like lives as well. Yeah. Lives would be nice because it would be more fun for certain. Like, one mistake and boom, you're out does definitely kind of take me out of the gameplay loop and like kind of take away my focus. There was a time where you could configure things, but I don't remember what it is or like when that was or how to access that, but I'm pretty sure it's probably still around somewhere. Okay. Let's start getting into some training here for combos. So we are going to Syndra. We're going to make this as realistic as possible. Well, this is going away. I don't think I'm going to be playing Phase Rush again. I'm probably going to be playing the new Deathfire runes. So this generally is my greedy Syndra setup, or like my in-lane Syndra setup, but it'll look something like this. Actually, yeah, more like this. So, Comet, Mana Flow, Celerity, Scorch, Overgrowth, and Bone Plating. Sometimes I'll take Unflinching into matchups with more CC, but generally I like Overgrowth just for the extra health. Attack speed, move speed, and health scaling, or this is fine. The reason I choose movement speed and celerity is generally if I'm laning against other mages, I prefer the movement speed for skill shots and dodging skill shots. Comet is just something that you have to take in a mage v mage matchup if you think that the other person is going to run a combat rune, such as like Zoe or Oriana or something like that. Bone plating is super helpful. The new Scorch seems overtuned. Is Deathfire's Touch replacing Scorch? Or is Deathfire Touch the primary rune? I thought it was the primary rune. I did not realize it was replacing Scorch. I thought that was going to replace one of the ones in the mage tree. If that's the new Scorch, I'm running that every single time because that's busted. It used to be a primary rune. If you're talking about Deathfire Touch. Okay, items doesn't really matter because we're not really practicing items. We're just practicing the combos themselves. Oh, is my in-game not working?
Minions have spawned.
League of Legends? Hello? I can't quite capture my client. It's going to be one brief moment. Newest OBS fixed that bug for me, and I can once again run game capture. Yeah, I don't like that.
Easily.
Love technical issues. I had just tested it before. And it was working, like literally minutes ago.
Let them try to stop me.
And now it's not. Minutes before I started stream. Oh, it was Deathfire Torch? Yeah. I think, honestly, I would like to see them. I know I do. It's crazy. I hate it. Okay. Let's see if... Okay, I've applied.
A whole world to toy with.
It's still having an issue. Okay. I think I'm just gonna say fuck this shit and do display capture. Okay.
I am in control.
There we go! It is fixed. Okay. Yeah, Deathfire Touch, I'm really going to run pretty much every game, because it looks busted as hell.
By force of will.
The initial values for it are crazy.
People fear what they cannot understand.
So there's two main combos that I'm going to be practicing today. And I'm practicing them in a specific spot around the Dragon Pit because this is where I always seem to have problems. So I've picked kind of a trouble spot for me. And the two combos that we're going to practice is Q, W, Q, W. To stun more than one person.
More.
That's the main combo.
Be so much more.
So Q, W, W3 to hit more than one. This is something that really needs to be like perfectly natural habit for me. And I need to be able to land these consistently to win games. So that's why we're practicing it today.
My potential.
And the best thing to do is to have no cooldowns, because that will make it a lot easier to just execute the combos over and over again. You can press Shift B to spawn a dummy as a hotkey, so you don't have to keep going to the menu every time. It's really helpful for Syndra because she tends to push enemies with her skills, so sometimes you'll have to redo it. So that's all we're doing for the moment. We're just gonna do this bit of practice. There we go, that was a clean one. I stacked them there though. Okay, so the idea behind this combo is that you're supposed to hit more than one. Now, I have this really bad habit. 8% AD scaling could be interesting to see if you could do Teemo cheese with it. True. AD Teemo is going to be annoying as hell with this new rune.
Let them try to stop me.
So, the habit that you should be practicing is you need to spread them. Like, spread the orbs out. So if you W here, and Q here, then E, it should push both. I was a little bit slow on that one, so let's do it again. So it pushes both. But sometimes what I'll do is I'll Q, and then I'll W Q and like stack them just on the same person, and that doesn't work. That's not what I want to do. So I really want to focus on spreading out my Qs. AD Teemo end with 280? I think so, especially if they go with the old build with the Hextech Gunblade. I think Hextech Gunblade is a sleeper item on Teemo. Ah, I stacked it there. I think they would, yeah. That is going to be super annoying. I think Akali is probably going to be the worst with this too, because she's an adaptive champion. She can go in and out of Shroud, and if she builds somewhat tanky, she can do something like Hextech Gunblade, Titanic into Riftmaker. So she could be tanky, she could have a bunch of health and a bunch of damage over time and be unkillable in fights. I think that's going to be awesome. Okay, another thing that I should be doing that I'm not is when I'm doing this habit, it looks like I'm not picking up the W by just pressing W. Like, okay, what I mean by that is if there's an orb on the ground, you don't have to hover your mouse cursor over it to pick it up. So I'm gonna Q, W, over here, and then I can WQ. Did not mean to ult there.
Fear what they cannot understand.
Or more Zyra jungle. Yes, Zyra jungle is going to be very impressive. Morgana is something also that's going to be terrible. Supports that relied on damage over time are all going to be super annoying. Okay, we're gonna do one more set where I hit all four. And then we're gonna go into the next combo.
Let them try to stop me.
Definitely not clean. So the next combo is super simple in theory, but it's hard to execute sometimes in practice. So I'm going to Q the ground a bunch, then I'm going to R, and then E for multi-stun. And it may seem like, oh, like Crow, like why is this difficult? It's the doing this like in-game is the hard part. Because sometimes I have the feeling like, oh, I want to save my ult to burst a target down, but I just, in fights, I should just be pressing R and then E and looking for like ball clumps, so where I can like actually hit multi-stuns. And you can actually E while the balls are flying. See there, I didn't even get a stun onto everyone, and I really gotta like hit the stun on everything. Like more like that. And this is the bush that you want to guard during a drag fight. Okay, so that is the combo practice done. We're gonna turn off display capture too. Okay. Actually, real quick. Real fast. Let's... Let's make a brief tier list, shall we? I feel like that'll be fun and some good content. Alright, this is going to be for champs that I think will be able to abuse the Deathfire Touch build. Let's just do mid lane champs just to make it easier on myself. I'll throw in a couple other ones that I think are suggestions. There's a couple of weird chimps in here. Aurelian Soul's going to be absolutely fucking oppressive, by the way. Aurelian Soul, Azir. Aurora's kind of like B tier, or C tier. She relies more on burst, but it's still going to be awful. Annie, I'm going to put in B just because she can do like that burn build with something like Blackfire. Super annoying there. Akali, S tier as well. I think she's going to be maybe as annoying as Azir, so I'm kind of tempted to put her here. Brand, yeah, definitely S tier. Maybe definitely above Asol. I'm gonna move Asol down below Akali, Azir. Lux, C tier again. She can do like a cooldown based build, but it's definitely not as good. Gragas, either C or D tier, maybe even D tier. That one is going to be not too oppressive. I'm gonna put Echo in the D tier as well. Ahri is probably gonna go in the A tier. Like, she can do a cooldown build, and she has been building things like Cosmic Drive lately. Katarina D tier again. Nasus, ooh, that's a good question. So Nasus has his E that does do damage over time. So I think as an early rune, it's decent. Especially if you're like against a ranged matchup and you're maxing E. I think that's decent. Maybe B tier. I wouldn't think it's gonna be super oppressive. But the main thing is you'll be taking it into like matchups in top lane or mid lane. I don't know how good it is going to be with Q. I'm not sure. Perhaps against range. We'll put it in B tier. I think B tier is fair. Let's see. Who else? Heimerdinger S. Easily. Turrets, proc it. Your W can proc it. This is like a dream rune for Heimerdinger. Hui? A or S tier? I think S, because Hui has his QE, doesn't he? That does the burn. Although he's getting more tuned to combo mage, so I might just put him at the top of A. Fiddlesticks, probably S tier in the jungle. Fizz, C tier again. I think, actually, 5, it counts as AoE, I believe. Actually, that's a good question. That is a good question. Karthus, alt, single target, or AoE? Targetable enemy champions. Oh, even if they are untargetable, so it doesn't matter. Spell effects triggered on the leftmost champion on the loading screen. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. No longer. It doesn't say on the wiki. Let's check this wiki. Sometimes it'll have it. To all targetable champions. I think that'll have to be tested. We'll at least be able to get a good... idea about whether or not Karthus is AoE or not. Well, that's a great question. I'm not sure. Normally it will say something like that in the wiki, but I guess we'll have to test that and find out on the actual day. Aurelia, B tier, her auto attacks would proc it, but she's generally more for all-ins. So I'm going to put her kind of here. Fizz is, I think, maybe actually belongs in the B tier because of the W damage. Lysandra S tier, most certainly. Holy shit, she's gonna be so strong next patch. Especially with her, if they keep her Q cooldown the way it is. Love that change, by the way. Galio, there's much better runes on Galio to take. That's the only thing. I think Galio would belong in the A tier if his Q was a bit better, but he just has better runes. I might even put him in the C tier. Just because, yeah, he could run something and be much more effective. Lux is in this category roughly for the same reason, because why would you not run Comet on Lux and stack it with that cheap shot? You could run Deathfire Touch if you're going poke, if you want something a little bit more dedicated, but I just don't see it. Neferi, Bleed, double Qs, Ease, fucking gonna be awful to play against. I'm going to cry when I see Neferi with that. LeBlanc always takes Electrocute. There's pretty much no excuse to take any other rune on LeBlanc other than that. I've seen some LeBlancs run PTA lately. I don't think that's gonna take off. I just don't see it. Morgana, S tier. Karthus, undetermined. I'll put him in the A or S tier for now, because just on his Q alone is going to be very oppressive. Malzahar, I think, is going to be the king of this. Definitely S tier. Oh my god. Malzahar is already pretty strong. Mel, I think A tier, because she's going to be really annoying to kind of like go up against, and like I think your E will proc it more than once, your Q will proc it more than once. You'll at least get one tick over on each spell, which is, it's strong. It's gonna be good. Rise. I don't know about this one. He has a lot of stacking spells, and his trading patterns can be very good. He's kind of reliant on movement speed builds, so I'm curious to see where he goes after Phase Rush. Conquer is also a strong rune, so I might put him in A, just because he might want to run Conquer differently. Orianna, S tier. I'm going to put Ori above Lysandra, for sure. I'm going to put Neferi, like, here. But Ori's low cooldown and bullying ability is going to be insane with this. Just the sheer amount of poke and damage over time that you can do, it's going to be ludicrous. Let's see. Who else do you want to see on this tier list? Oh, Vigar. It does scale with AP, but I'm not sure if the scaling is going to be that good on him. But at least it'll build a little bit better than Comet will, I think. So let's put him in the A tier, like the second highest in A tier, maybe third highest. We'll do this. This looks good to me. Ooh, Swain. I did not even see Swain. S tier for sure. The ult is super strong. Oh, Syndra. I didn't even do my main. Vel'Koz? Oh, Vel'Koz. Let's do Vel'Koz first. I think for Vel'Koz, if you're going the full burn build, you'll probably be able to take this rune and skip Liandry's and do something like Shadow Flame or a utility item. And just do something like Blackfire, utility item, Death Cap or pen item. Then do Liandry's after if you really are keen for it. But this, I think Vel'Koz is going to be S. I'm going to put Vel'Koz under Heimer, just because Heimer has more ways of proccing it. But I am going to put Vel'Koz above Aesol, because Aesol has to stand still for the trading pattern. Vel'Koz can really just go at you with those spells. And it's a little bit more consistent with his W as well. Okay. Good question, though. I think Vel'Koz is going to be definitely up there. In the same vein as Vel'Koz, I am going to put Ziggs up here. I'm going to test out for Vel'Koz support versus tanks. Yeah. No, definitely versus anything tanky. I'm not sure how it's going to affect just standard carries, but you just need to be very careful that whatever you're laning against doesn't have sustain. Because if it does have sustain, then it's going to be very awful early laning phase. Things like against Yone. Ziggs I'm going to put above Vel'Koz for similar reasons, but the Q, if you can proc it consistently, is going to be very, very annoying with this. E, same thing. Vel'Koz deletes on tanks fast anyways. True. So true. That's valid. Let's see. I'm gonna put Yasuo and Yone in the bottom of D tier. I think it could be good if they are like doing some sort of weird meme Q build. But in that case, why not just take Lethal Tempo Kronker? I don't see why they would ever do this. Teemo going up there with the 3 greats. Malzahar, Brand, and Teemo. All burn build, all awful. I think Hextech Blade is really sleeper on Teemo. It's going to be super hard for Teemo to be able to do anything without, like, a slow to, like, constantly apply this burn. Things like the Mushroom and Q, like, will help. But I think Hextech Blade really enables him to do more. Like, you do something like Boots Rush as you always do, and then Hextech Blade, Gnasher's Tooth, Death Cap or Pen Item. Or if you're doing like more of a mage type build, you could even go Malignance. Gnasher's first with this Deathfire Touch would not be 100%. Alright. Who else am I missing? Zoe, B tier. Same reasons. Zyra, S tier for sure. Twitch. Now, Twitch is interesting. I'll put him at A tier. Is it Twitch mid or Twitch AD? Because if it's Twitch AD, it definitely belongs a bit lower, I think. But if it's actually in Twitch mid. So the auto attacks from your ult, I see it, but there's no real reason not to run PTA or Lethal Tempo over this burn. Because the entire idea... ADC Twitch, but Twitch ADC can be played AD or AP. So, Twitch ADC, AD, I think for both reasons, right? You would want an attack speed rune. Something to stack Lethal Tempo anyway. The extra burn would be nice, but it's not gameplay defining as it could be for other champions, if that makes sense. Like, you want to take Lethal Tempo or press the attack pretty much every time as Twitch, because not only will it get you access to the precision tree, which Twitch really likes, but also it will get access to like attack speed steroid or just straight up damage steroid, which Twitch can put out a lot of damage over time and prefers those damage steroids over just a burn. But AP variety, it's definitely worth looking into. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. Oh, Syndra. I want to do Syndra. So, Syndra, it's going to be, I think I'm going to put her under or next to Orianna. Because Syndra does a lot more damage consistently in the later game with things like Burn. Just not as early game. I think that Syndra doing damage with that rune in team fights is much greater than the damage output that Orianna can put out during team fights. Just because of like the multi-Qs and things like that. I'm also going to transition this to be a bit better. Let's see. Other than that, are there any other champs that you'd like to see before we go? Oh, Xerath. Good for poke. Xerath likes Comet. Bit better, though, I think. Maybe I'll put Xerath here. Comet or First Strike are almost always better on Xerath. Singed. Oh, God. I didn't even think about Singed. Where is he? Bring out the Singed. Shaco. Okay, I found Shaco first. We'll do Shaco first for that reason. I see Singed now, though. So we'll get to Singed. Support Shaco? A tier. I think... pretty definitively A tier, because the amount of poke that you'll be able to get done using the box is going to be a lot higher, especially because it's like sustained damage almost a la turret. Alt damage, same thing. You're going to proc this rune. The E damage, also going to be a bleed over time effect, right? I think he can abuse this in matchups where opponents don't have sustain, and his goal is to just burn them out. So against things like engaged tank support, like Nautilus or something, or Leona, it's going to be pretty decent. I just jungle singed, or jungle Shaco rather, I'm not too sure about. I think Hail of Blades is still king when it comes to dealing damage, like in bursts. The AP Shaco variety, definitely A tier. The lethality Shaco variety, probably D tier. You still want to run Hail of Blades. Singed, probably up there. Probably up there in the S tier. The only hesitancy I have is that Singed's identity does revolve around a burn, and the extra burn damage is great. Does it match things like Conquer? I'm not too sure, because you need presence of mind on Singed in two tankier matchups. So does that build really include something worthwhile to take? I'm not too sure. I think we'll see. I'm going to put him in S tier tentatively because I think the damage is going to be bonkers at first before they nerf it. The Return of Misfortune support. I see it. I certainly do see it. Where is Misfortune? Where is she? There she is. I think Misfortune belongs in the B tier. For certain. Misfortune supports. The damage over time is going to be good. The Q damage is going to be excellent. It's such a wide circle that if you couldn't proc it consistently, it would be annoying. For certain. A Blackfire Torch is going to be a really key item. But I'm not too sure if the E damage is going to be enough. And definitely it's going to make her ult a lot more annoying as well. That's going to be really awful to face. Let's see. In that similar vein, where's Seraphine? Seraphine is probably going to be an A tier. She loves taking Airy, but if she's going damage, like, she'll take this instead of Comet. So I think I'm going to put her under Xerath, but I'm going to put her at the bottom of A tier. Lulu's never going to take this. I think that's pretty much it. Rumble, oh yeah. I'm going to put Rumble here, maybe? Maybe in between these two. Rumble can proc this a little bit more consistently than Vel'Koz due to Vel'Koz's cooldowns. As much as Acel, I'm not really sure. I might switch Acel now that I'm thinking about it, to be a bit higher. Maybe like here. But Rumble ult is going to be awful. That is going to be so consistently high damage. The E is going to be super annoying to deal with, and plus once the E is done, you can reproc it with the harpoons. Wait, the E is the flame or the Q is the flame, I forget. But basically you'll flame the opponent as per usual in your ranked games. Then you will follow up with a harpoon. Also, sorry, my mic rotated during the course of this, so my audio might be a little inconsistent. Sorry, future editor, which is me. Maokai is one that I was looking for too. I think Maokai is going to be A tier. The sprouts are going to be very, very annoying and abusable. Plus, like, the W. Actually, I don't know. I think it's D tier. Now that I'm thinking about it, he has much better runes that he could take. Things like Grasper, Aftershock. Same thing with Dak. Conquer is just better. Conquer is just better. Oh. Conquer is just better. Conquer is just better. Amumu's S tier. Probably here. Alright, I think that's a pretty good list. Anything else? Any final calls? I think so, yeah. I think that's the right thing. Does it only do damage to champions, though? Or does it do damage to everything? To enemy champions. I don't know if this is the right one, though. Because if it does clear jungle camps as well, holy moly. Okay. The new Deathfire Touch has the following effects. Damaging a champion with an ability burns them for 1 to 10 based on level. 3% AP, 8% bonus AD per second. After burning for 3 seconds, the damage of the burn increases by 100% while they remain on fire. So, if you do a build, let's say that has 270 AP, which is about 2 to 3 items. That's an extra 8 damage. And by that point, you're probably level 10. So let's say it adds an extra 7 damage. So you're doing 15 damage on a 3-item build when you're most of the way through the game. I think that's crazy bonkers. And after burning for 3 seconds, the damage of the burn increases by 100% while they remain on fire. So 30 damage per second per ability hit. And if they burn for 3 seconds, it's 90 damage. So that this out damages so much. So much. Single target spells like Annie's are actually going to be a lot stronger than I thought, because the 4-second burn is hilarious. So it's going to be in the sorcery tree. I'm not sure if they're going to get rid of anything. I thought they were going to get rid of Aerie and put that in, and maybe move like Aerie's effects into another tree. I'm not sure. Storm Raider Surge is going to be interesting though. Jin W Deathfire Poke for funsies. Bonkers. Crazy. Bananas. So this is the ending tier list for that rune. If you have any questions or disagreements, feel free to bring your pitchforks to the comment section. I'm more than happy to change things around. Oh, I actually didn't put Celia on here. There you go. S tier. Probably over Rise, but under Swain. I think that's fair. Okay. Oh, that's done. Let's hop into a ranked game. I'm going to take a brief second just to kind of collect myself, get some water, eat a snack. So, if you need to do anything yourself, definitely take the time to do that. Take care of your body, and I'll be right back. And we are back. So I'm gonna just adjust the music a little bit. It's gonna be louder for you guys than it is for me. Thank you, thank you. Also, I know there will be some freaks out there that's going to use it on 580 Mundo. Agreed. Agreed. That's most certainly gonna happen. Okay, I hope the music isn't too loud, but if it is, please let me know. Whoosh. Banished. Alright. The goal for this couple of ranked games is to ward and lean properly. So we want to ward the enemy raptors at level 1, guard our raptors, and then place wards and lean. Music is fine? Excellent. I ask because my tech problems are pervasive and really annoying. So we're really going to be honing in on placing wards when we have them, leaning to those wards, buying a pink, placing it in either the top or bottom brush, and just holding our body towards that ward. That is the goal. Doesn't matter if we do anything else properly. I mean, it matters, but like, this is the habit that we're working on today. Wow, insta-Q. What in the world? Are you spitting your sound? I'm not. I actually have Monster Cat Gold, so it should be fine. YouTube has not told me any issues yet. Normally I would split my VOD, but I am currently working on the technology for that. Normally I go with no music. Let's see here. I think it's still a Caliban. Oh my god, the insta-dodge. It's very easy. Oh, is it that one program? I used to have it. Did it in like 10 minutes? Alright, I will set it up. You can feel free to DM me the link. No program needed? Oh.
Yes.
All OBS?
Good to know.
I'm very interested. My VOD should not be muted though. I'm relatively certain. I haven't gotten any copyright claims or strikes yet either, which is good. I think this may be in the Fury mid. Let's see. Rek'Sai Jhin. Okay. Our team has not picked any AP, which is good. We like to see that. Aesol, okay. Likelihood of Aesol being APC is high, but not that high. If the ban order remains the same... Oh, what in the world is this? This is skill shot hell. Definitely playing
So
Syndra.
much untapped power.
I think this setup should be fine. We will see. Okay, we do have another AP, which is... That's fine. Mordekaiser... Yeah. I'm not sure. Is that Varus top? Okay. They're all squishy. They can't really build that much MR, so I should be able to get away with Shadow Flame here. I have no idea what I'm up against, so I'm just gonna keep bone plating, unflinching. This is my standard setup. I'm almost tempted to take flat health because the scaling health is gonna be better, but I have no idea what I'm facing in lane. It could be Lux, it could be Aurelion Sol, it could be Varus, who knows? Okay. It is ASOL. It is ASOL in streamer mode. We have Comet, they have Comet Resolve, so we're even matched up there. No Ignite, no Ghost, no weirdness. This is about as straightforward a game as we can get. So the idea here is I don't know if ASOL's gonna even ward my Raptors. I don't really see the point of him doing that. So I might just you know what? I will just go to top bush. I will just go to top bush and play it out from there. But yes, I would love a walkthrough of how to do that. It would be very nice. Oh, computer's freaking out just a little bit. All right, let's get mentally focused here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Oh shit, I'm flashing. Fuck this.
This power is mine to by force of will.
I need to be hitting every one of these minions. Even if I'm not landing abilities on him, I need to get the minions. Nice, I made him miss most of them. Okay. Oh, I missed everything. That was really bad. He's out of mana though. He is like firmly out of mana.
First blood.
Is he backing and TPing already?
An enemy has been slain.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Well, he gambled and won, which is unfortunate.
Just fools.
However, he did lose 2 waves. Okay, so he did back in TP. Oh shit, my Fury's here. I think I'm just dead. Oh, no, Fury used Flash. I thought Acel didn't have Flash. I should have just stood there and died, to be honest. Probably gonna do something like this. He is now Omega fed. So now my game is really, really hard. I did have a ward and did not place it due to greed, and that is my fault. I did not think Neferi would gank me. Honestly, didn't think he was even going to come to lane this cycle. I'm going to ward bot side though, because Jhin is ahead, and we want to be able to contest Dragon.
By force of will.
Has been slain.
This is so greedy what he's doing.
An ally
He's
has
got to
been
get
slain.
punished at some point.
Rampage.
So he cleared my ward,
An
so I
enemy
have
has
no
been
vision.
slain.
I can push a little bit more, so I know where Neferi is. But I definitely don't want to trade with him right now until I back. I'm just gonna wait for chapter. I cannot use my E until he uses his W, and I don't have any wards, so it's like really, really hard. Neferi is right above me. Oh, he still missed it. Yes.
They are nothing.
Oh my god, I missed. Oh, thank you so much. That was very helpful. So the main thing there is just not to panic, because that was a terrible use of Acel ult. He did not have the damage since I was still full health and had flash. And he has no mana, so I'm just gonna hard shove this and match his base. So even though I've died and my laner has 4 kills, I'm still like doing okay. It's definitely not the worst. We're gonna wait for Drixseal. And the important number to compare is health and damage. So he has 94 AP, I have 93. He has a full item and roughly 400 health over me. So unless I outtrade him to get like a 400 health advantage, I probably should not fight him. But we are even in damage, and that's really, really important. So next wave I shove, I'm gonna go down to bot side. And ward.
Barriers exist to be broken.
Okay, I'm gonna ward there. They definitely see it. Okay, I won that trade. He's almost out of mana. Actually, I can just focus up the wave. He can't really clear it. He doesn't have mana. Like, you have no mana. Oh my god.
By force of will.
You know what? We're gonna have to go to this fight. I don't think there's any choice. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Okay, I got him. The dog is finally perished. I got my first Dark Seal stacks. Oh, this game. This game has not gone well. Okay, he finally has some mana. So I don't have ult or flash, so it's kind of a little bit spooky now for me. God, my E's have been terrible this game. I am not building Ludens. I am building the Fire Touch. Or the Black Fire Torch. Okay, he is missing again. I have E. Bot lane is missing. I do have a ward I could lean to, but I have no idea where this man is. I'm gonna stay because my team is doing grubs. And I feel like it's about to be contested. They know where I am, it does not matter. Alright. I really thought we were going to turn and fight that. I missed my abilities, which means I died. I have my item. We got the objective and a kill. It's not the worst. I just feel like I have not either positioned myself well or I've just not landed abilities. It's probably a little bit of both. Oh my god. I probably should have bought a, what's it called? Refillable. Yes! I shut him down. Oh wait, he didn't have a shutdown? Oh my god. Alright. Actually, I really should save for these boots. I really should save for Sorks. I'm gonna ping Lux. She was just in mid. That kill though, really important that I killed Acel there. If I did not kill Acel, that would have been an absolute disaster. Okay, now he has a bounty after he died. Crazy. So I want the wave to meet in the middle so I can Q him. I definitely think there's room for improvement. I like the idea of it, it's just kind of frustrating sometimes. I did not think he could kill me there. That is my bad. Oh, this is just a really, really tough game. He got so fed so quickly.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
The good news is that we are done with our first item. Once we get Shadow Flame, it's going to be insanely difficult for them to do anything against my damage, and I'm going to be a lot more consistent. The bad news is that it's very hard to play this out so far because I've just been consistently dying.
Your turret has been destroyed. Rampage.
People fear what they cannot understand.
Shut down.
There we go. Some good damage. Okay, he used his thing. Furious here. That's why he was going so aggro. I think if I had leaned better, I wouldn't have had to use my flash. So that is my bad. If only I was a Xerath player trio. Okay, they want to switch lanes. I'm definitely down for that. I just don't want to get jumped by a dragon while I'm on my way. This is a bad use of Aurelian's Soul Teleport.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay,
My potential is
I'm gonna Q this, but then I'm gonna leave this cannon here for as long as possible.
by force of will.
Oh my god. There's no way he gets out. That's crazy. Oh, he does die. And he takes longer to do it.
An enemy has been slain.
What an incredible throw that was. Oh my Jesus Christ.
Has been slain.
Goodbye, Jin. Goodbye me too if they chase. They it's really tough because I understand the reason why they fought that, but I also think that like once Nami died, we should not have continued. And that is on me. By the way, that is not on my team. That is actually my fault. I did catch so many waves ahead of Asol there. By the way, we were even in CS before that happened. And now I am almost 23 CS ahead. I'm almost a full kill and a half over Asol
An ally has been slain.
in terms of CS,
An enemy
not in
has
terms of
been
actual
slain.
gold. That is not a legally binding statement. It's just a macro choice, right? He used his teleport to go to a lane, and then he walked into his own jungle. Yeah, it is insane. People undervalue the side lane as a win condition. It's crazy. And like even right here, what is the enemy team doing? I am farming for free. This is a free McDonald's meal with 2 chicken nuggets.
Dominating.
Add it on. And there is absolutely nothing they can do about it. And I have vision before drag because no one's contesting me. Am I hitting the turret? No. Am I getting plates? Right now, yes. But it's just the CS value. Just the CS. He's level 12. I'm almost level 13. 172 CS to 135. He's caught 1 or 2 waves in the last 3 to 4 minutes. Okay? This is how you're losing your game. I'm almost at 10 CS a minute, and I've died 4 times.
Enemy has been slain.
Okay, now team is doing dragon, right? We have vision. They can't really contest this, right? And now we've got... I got the bot turret. Like, I just don't know. What are they doing? This is such a throw. It's not even like they did anything specific to throw. They just didn't show up to my lane when I was in my lane. They gave up an objective. I got 1,400 gold, which is about 5 kills since the last time I backed. Bananas. 40 CS. 40 CS diff. Right here. Okay, I'm looking up here because Asol is not here, right? I'm gonna ping missing. And it looks like we're about to fight over an objective. So if the objective fight starts, I'll teleport. But if not, I'm going to continue to just keep pushing. Okay, the objective fight is starting. I teleport. Easy. I'm flashing. I don't know how much damage this guy has. Alright, we killed our lane opponent. Sometimes that's just the best you can do. Oh, I cannot believe that hit. Okay, I need to back. Hopefully she doesn't have laser. Try to flame. Nice you. Where are we going? Back to the bot lane. Since I pushed that wave earlier, look at how much gold has stacked up. Pushing the side lane wave before going to an objective fight, and this was over Rift Herald. If it was over Baron, I should have been there earlier.
An ally has been
But
slain.
look at the amount of gold I'm going to get versus what Asol is going to get. He's going to get 3 minions while I collect another entire, like, 2 waves. I just cannot use my E.
Let them try to
Yes, true. So true. It's a -1. Oh, that was such a value, Caitlyn E. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Again, what is he doing?
they cannot understand.
I push, I ward, I walk away. He's just... Okay. Why we're fighting this, I don't know. There's no real reason to fight this. I'm gonna Q once, twice, Q. Oh, he was actually in there. Oh. Okay. I thought it was going to teleport back to him. That was going to be such a sick kill if it did. I just wasn't in the right range. Okay. Nope, I saved ult. Nice try.
Has destroyed a turret.
Alright. Before, like literally a minute ago, I said 40 CS lead. Look at this now. 70 CS. The entirety of what he did in the early game is now moot because he didn't farm.
By force,
I have 220 CS at 22 minutes. I'm almost 10 CS a minute. And this guy is way behind now. He's got 2.5 items. I've got 2.5 items. So we're even because he has all these kills. but I also have a Dark Seal, and he does not. So I'm actually quite a bit stronger. If we're looking at AP, 239 to 264, he definitely does still have a small health advantage, but it is nothing. And I mean nothing compared to the advantage I have by being able to scale as hard as I did. I'm also 2 levels up on him. So that's 1,200 gold in just stats. Okay, we're going to Q, W. Enemy is gone. Nice you. Aesol still is not in lane.
Let them try to stop me. Your turret has been destroyed.
Exactly. Yep. You get it. They're all squishy as well, which is super nice. I was very much considering Death Cap here, by the way, but I think I want the Crypt Bloom for the E cooldown rather than just pure damage, because I have Shadow Flame, which is, to be honest, enough damage. Okay, Aesol left again. There's no objective to fight over but Baron, and I have Teleport. I hate using my E like that. So now we're gonna ward again, and we're gonna lean to it. I'm gonna place it like right in the middle here. They've got to be on it, right? Okay, Caitlyn is mid. Are they on this? They have to be, right? They're not showing anywhere else on the map. Unless I'm about to get jumped. Yeah, I'm about to get jumped. Oh, I should have pressed R. Fuck. That's 3 of them. Go, go, go. The timing was hilarious. Okay, the question is Lux dead? Yes! Okay, we take that trade. The Lux is actually a significant portion of their gold at this point in the game. That's a tuber. 100%. That's a clip. 100%. I cannot count the amount of times I've died to that. I had a ward too, and it did not matter because he walked here. And I did not see that. Either that or he showed on the ward and I just didn't see. This is green. That Aesol, okay, pushing up with what he's doing, that is screed. Oh, this Nefiri is so dead. Okay, well, Aesol backed. I don't have flash. Their jungler is dead. We are getting vision around the Baron pit. The wave's already pushed. Oh, goodbye, Nami. Holy shit, that's a lot of fucking damage. Got Varus ulted and then... God, she hits every one of those keys. I'm rooted because of the Caitlyn trap. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Let's not fight this. Actually. Okay, she flashed. Okay, nice. That's huge. I'm just too low. I got hit by like every single non-static attack. Okay. I have my item. Drag is a little bit more important than Baron. I'm pressing tab to check to see if Mordekaiser has TP, and he does not. So I go top lane. Because Mordekaiser doesn't have TP, I need to take that lane. This right here, someone's gotta take this. I could have just walked to Dragon. We need to be there, actually. So they got vision first. That's actually a huge mistake by me. The static shift image is strange. Ooh. Oh shit. Yeah, I just fucking disappeared because of Varus. As soon as I got hit by that ult, I knew I was fucking dead. I did not think Aesol would be up there too. I should have played that way slower. I should have just let them do the pick damage onto Varus and backed off. That was real bad. Now I think they might win. Because they're gonna do Baron off of it too. I hate how they can just do 2 objectives off of one fight. I really don't think that's fair. You lose one fight and then all of a sudden the game is just entirely over. Okay. That is really good. I don't think I'm needed. So I'm going to farm.
Shut down.
I need to get my passive stacks up.
I can be so much more.
I just have to trust in my team. They got 2 picks already, which they should not have gotten. And do you see the same thing happened where I didn't farm and Aesol all of a sudden caught a little bit up in like XP? Where did I go? I didn't even one-shot her. That was... She didn't land a single ability. I did 400 damage with my ult?
Your team has
That seems like a
destroyed
bug.
turret.
Yeah, I did just use E on the wave. Maybe I died before my ult went off all the way. That's likely what happened. Okay. Let's go back to the bot lane. I still have TP. I'm like 1 set of minions off of my item. Or at least off of a component that's big. Aesol build, 410 AP. That's rough. That's rough. We are so behind now. Because he has death cap and I have pen. Wait, what? Fuck. That was crazy. How did he not get stunned? It went straight through him. What? Did you all see that? That legit went straight through that So confused. I have to watch that back. We're at 33 minutes. I have to watch that back. There's no way that that missed. Oh my goodness. At least I'm up before the objective, but I have no flash now for it, which is definitely not good. That's a multi-stun. That's what we practiced. Hell yeah. I'm so slow. Oh, there's a Varus. No, live! No. Okay.
You have slain an enemy.
I traded back a little bit, but this Kate has, what's it called? Lifesteal, so I really can't contest her unless I one-shot her. Okay, they did think I was going to be there. Smart. Holy shit, they have vision. What a fight. What a fight. I think I'm gonna sell the Dark Seal. Got it for free, basically. I just die every fight. My positioning is bad, I guess. I should be letting them, like, come to me. But I think that's game. I honestly played really poorly this game. There was a lot of instances where I could have landed abilities to win fights. Oh. Maybe it's possible. I might respawn before it gets back up. I can't approach. Oh. Yeah, that's GG. Alright. Thank you everyone for the stream. I'm most likely going to take a break and eat. I'm not sure if I'll be back on later. But for now, that is the stream. Thank you so very much. Really appreciate everyone who stopped by and watching. And I wish you all the very best. Please take care, and I'll post the review for this game at some point later. But for now, caw-caw and goodbye.